Greetings, CBC, and welcome to this week's Sunday warm-up. This Sunday begins a new month and a new series for us. So before I give you the notes for the warm-up this week, let me just remind you that this Sunday evening begins the first of the workshops that will be every Sunday night during the month of October. Now, I've already said quite a bit about all the workshops and what's coming up. The details of which workshops are coming will be on email updates. They're in the foyer as well. And then each week I'll just announce the next one that's coming up now. So this week, Sunday night from 6 to 7:30, we will have a workshop on visitation ministry. Again, maybe it's something you want to be a part of through the ministry of the church, but it might be something that you want to come to not because you want to necessarily get involved in the ministry of the church, but just to be better equipped to come alongside family and friends who might be in need, who might be in the hospital, who might be recovering, rehabilitating in a nursing home under hospice care. And so we'll workshop, talk about a little bit how we can best approach those situations so that, again, we can be best equipped to come alongside family, friends, and again, church family in need. That'll be this Sunday night, 6 to 7:30. At the same time, junior, senior high ministry will be going on as well. So bring the kids out, drop them off for junior, senior high ministry, and come on down the hall or the sanctuary. I'm not quite sure yet where we'll be, and join us for that workshop on this Sunday evening. As I said, we are ending the Revelation series now. Last 4 months we've been in that, and we will be beginning a new series this month that will cover us through the month of October on John chapters 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So over the 5 Sundays of October, we will be looking at that section of John 13 to 17. If you've been a part of CBC for a length of time, you hopefully are familiar with how important and special this section of the book of John has been to me in my life, how personal I see these chapters. These are essentially kind of like, as I've compared it to that hospice kind of care, the last kind of words, moments with your loved one before they pass. This is the disciples' last moments spending with Jesus. Very intimate kind of time. Jesus passing along very important words, reminders, challenges, promises to the disciples before his death, burial, resurrection, and ascension back up into heaven. So we're going to look at each week one chapter at a time. So before we do that, I would encourage you two things. If you can make the time this week, I would encourage reading all of the book of John. If you don't have quite the space for that, I certainly would encourage reading in one sitting, if you could, John 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Read those chapters, then come back and read just John 13 and spend some time taking some notes. This week we're going to consider following the example of Christ from John chapter 13. So this week's theme, following the example of Christ from John chapter 13. And then we're going to bullet point some things that we see within this chapter of what are points we can see, consider, and apply to our own lives today from the example of Christ. 3 other references we will make this week will come from Ephesians chapter 5, verse 1, 1 John chapter 2, verse 6, and Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 to 11. Really, those 3 references would be good to have alongside each chapter this month. So again, that was Ephesians 5, verse 1, 1 John chapter 2, verse 6, Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 to 11, and then the main part of the sermon where we're going to walk through and read the entirety of the chapter and look at some bullet points from it will be John chapter 13. So that's it for this week. Blessings to you this week. Prayers, as always, for our time to meet together and to study the Word of God together on Sunday morning. Looking forward to this new series together and being with you this Sunday. God bless you this week.